One of the challenges for the contractors in proving the prolongation claims. So the first one is limited understanding of requirements, lack of knowledge. So many contractors fail to grasp the exact contractual and legal requirements that is required for a prolongation claim. So without aligning that the claim should align with the UOT, the delay compensation clauses, claims, risks. So if this doesn't happen, then the rejection of the claim is very high. Understanding your contract inside out before claiming. So establishing direct causation. You must prove that the delay was caused by either by the employer or by the external factors, not by themselves. There might be multiple causes that overlap on each other, making the causation difficult to prove. So then comes the contemporary records, maintaining clear documentations, linking each delay to the responsible parties, and what is the effect of that in the critical path. Timely notification failures. The most contractors have time bar clauses. The intention behind the time bar clause is to nullify the claim, even though the intention is to know what the delay and when it is happening. But most intention behind this time bar clauses are to nullify the claim. So the contractor has to give timely notifications to avoid their waiver of claim in later stages. Poor on-site documentations. Incomplete records of site conditions, manpower, or costs weakens the claim. So even though you can calculate the cost using the formulas like Hudson, Emden, or 𝗖𝗽𝗂𝗏, end of the day you have to prove with the original or actual losses. So when you come to actual losses, it has to be proven with records. So for records, you should have all the site records. For example, we did one of a case where by theory we are eligible for a larger sum. Say a 40 million claim was there, but the actual expenditure was only 12 million. So the actual expenditures can be collected from the audited reports, the cost reports. Even though you are eligible for 40 million by theory and you have only records for 12 million, then the arbitration tribunal will only award you 12 million. So please keep your records very clear. So keep daily logs, photos, and cost reports. They are your strongest evidences in delay disputes, proving the impact on critical path. Only delays that affect the critical path justify prolongation claim. So we have to use critical path analysis to show how the delay extended project completion. If you can't do a delay analysis, it is a productivity loss. You should opt for disruption analysis to prove the productivity loss. Compensable versus non-compensable delays. So not all delays are compensable. We have seen this in so many videos. So not all delays warrant payment. Only compensable delays, usually caused by the employer, that gets qualified, because the neutral delays by the force majeure or by the work permits by the other authorities doesn't qualify you for a compensable delay. So differentiate clearly between the excusable and compensable delays. Quantifying the prolongation cost. So estimating the prolongation cost without proof leads to rejection, like I said with an example. So you have to record the labor, equipments, site, head office overheads precisely during the delay period. Concurrent delay is nothing but when both employer and contractor contributes to delays, separating responsibilities in vital. They conduct a concurrent delay analysis to isolate the employer's share of delay. The burden of proof is always with the contractor, because the contractor goes for the claim. So the burden of proof always lies with the contractor. The contractor bears the Burden of proof: without solid evidences, schedules, reports, and correspondence, the claim will collapse. So build your case with records. Selecting the right delay analysis method. This is a very important step in your prolongation claim. Even though this presentation is not speaking about delay analysis, this step is a very important step. If some mistakes made in this step, for example, if you are selecting a prospective analysis methodology, when you have all the inputs for a retrospective methodology, then it will be marked easily. And the engineers while determining, or the experts who are coming in the opposite side during arbitrations, will have a very serious eye on this. So choose the most appropriate delay analysis for your level of inputs. What is the size of the project? What is the phase of the project? Everything has to be taken seriously. So if disputes arises, prepare for mediation, arbitration or litigation, whatever the next eligible step for the dispute resolution. A clear narrative and credible evidence makes the difference. So to summarize, proper documentation, that is always on the first. Records, records, records. Then establish the causation. Then quantify the cost. Then you should do an accurate delay analysis. Then you are eligible for the prolongation cost. So if you have any prolongation cost claims and you feel you are eligible for a claim, or if you feel you are eligible to defend a claim, contact us in the below numbers. And if you want to upskill your employee knowledge or the departmental knowledge or your project team's knowledge, do opt our corporate courses, corporate workshops. For individuals, we have recorded upskilling programs which you can reach out to below numbers. Thanks for watching.